Global affairs analyst Kunle Falowo joins me from the United States of Minneapolis for more on the lingering war. Thank you so much for joining us on World Now. Leighton said the satellite images point to a deliberate attack rather than an accident due to the presence of three large craters. So what's your reading of this? Could it be an attack or a mere accident?
Thanks for having me. So the recent we would call it an attack on the Russian region, well, Crimea region, annexed by Russia, is more like a pointer to the fact that the war is still ongoing and we're not seeing the end of it yet. It is an offensive from the Ukrainian side, and although the Russians are not fully acknowledging that the Ukrainians did it, but the tactic about that is it would reduce the morale or the level of morale on the side of the Russians if there is a public acknowledgement that the Ukrainians are, bombing or sending bombs towards that area. There needs to be a front to show that they're winning or they seem to be winning the war, and Ukrainians, the military in Ukraine cannot overcome them or defeat them. Hence, they wouldn't, concede to any form of attack or any forms of the fact that some of their military equipment and war machines were attacked during the bombings.
Well, if you could recall, Mr. Zelensky's latest remarks suggest he believes that Ukraine must retake the peninsula before the war can end. With this insistence, do you see this war ending anytime soon?
Well, it's a little complicated. The reason I'm saying that is because in some parts of Ukraine, although it's been about 6 months in the ongoing invasion of Ukraine by the Russian, there seems to be some normalcy returning to some parts of Ukraine. Let's take, for instance, there was just a deal that was brokered by the United Nations and Turkey between Russia and Ukraine. Ukraine is known for their agricultural produce. They are a big exporter of agricultural produce like wheat and maize and all kinds of stuff. So now there is a deal that was brokered not too long ago. Now Ukraine will be able to export their wheat from their country to other parts of Europe, and the Russians are saying they're asking them to go ahead with it. And however, there's also another interesting development from Ukraine, a popular convenience place where people tend to buy food. I don't want to mention the name for publicity's sake. They seem to be coming back to Ukraine, and they're promising that they will start operating there, meaning that people can come out and buy food and eat and whatnot. So yes, there seems some form of normalcy, but that's not to say the war is over.
Well, very quickly, Russia sounded a warning last month when ex-President Dmitry Medvedev threatened last month that any attack on Crimea by Ukraine would be considered deeply serious by Moscow. And he also added that Judgment Day will instantly await. How serious do you think this warning is?
War rhetoric would not do anything than what he has already done. Both sides has been countless loss of lives and property. Thousands and millions of properties and lives have been destroyed because of this invasion, and there's no rhetoric that could have done more harm than what is already being done. So on both sides, these are war terms, and it will continue until the war will be officially over. So we will continue to see rhetoric of this nature.
Well, we'll see how things continue to pan out at the end of the day. Global affairs analyst Kunle Falowo, thank you so much.
A pleasure.